Mike Alcorn from Shamong, New Jersey. He's a man's man. He's a veteran of the Army. He served in Afghanistan, Iraq, responded to the massive earthquake in Haiti. Upon his return in 2014, Mike has suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, much like many of our wonderful veterans do.
Came back from Afghanistan, hypervigilance. I mean, I think everybody who goes to war deals with that, and they come back, you know, they're constantly looking, making sure that everything's, you know, okay, nothing bad's gonna happen.
Luckily now we have ways to help veterans cope with PTSD in their daily lives. Meet Atlas. He's an 18-month-old German Shepherd, and he has been Mike's savior since last July. Atlas is a service dog meticulously trained at Semper Fido, a dog training facility in Marlton, New Jersey. As you can see, he has a clearly marked red vest to prominently display his duty. Now, Atlas helps Mike stand up when his knees are weak from his injuries, be the calming force in Mike's life when his anxiety from PTSD hits its peak, among countless other duties, especially when he's feeling a little overwhelmed in public. Now, who would have thought that after all Mike endured overseas, that he would run into some trouble stateside? Mike and his wife Meg wanted to get some lunch on Thursday, so they headed over to the Fortune Cookie restaurant in Medford, New Jersey. They walked up to the service counter where a man bluntly stated, "No dogs," even with the vest on Atlas. Mike calmly explained that Atlas was a service dog to help with his PTSD, and then even provided the man with his federal ID card and the ID card that lays right inside of Atlas's vest that quotes the Americans with Disabilities Act that allows them to be in all public areas.
I pulled my wallet out and I have these little cards.
Yeah.
And he's like, he didn't even want to hear it. He's like, step back. He's like, I have a customer. And I was like, wait a minute, wow. I'm not a customer. And
wow.
Like, you can wait outside.
He told me exactly what he was feeling when that happened.
I was hurt. I was embarrassed. I was like, you know, here I am just trying to make myself normal again, try to be normal again, and go out.
Now, the couple hasn't received an apology from the restaurant, and I haven't gotten a call back from them either. What the Alcorns want now is to spread awareness about this issue and let people know that this actually happens regularly.
As business owners, I mean, they need to be aware that there are laws that protect service animals, and that, you know, they could potentially jeopardize their businesses in denying service.
Now, Governor Christie actually signed what's called Dusty's Law in 2014 that states if anybody interferes with a service dog's duties, that it could result in up to a $10,000 fine. I'm going to head to the restaurant and see if I can get an update in person, and I'll let you guys know what they say.
There have actually been reports of people buying fake vests for their dogs to use them and say they're service dogs so they can have them with them everywhere.
I spoke to them a little bit about that. So a service dog has to do at least 3 duties to help their owner. They have to be licensed and trained rigorously for 6 months. Now, some people bring in dogs and buy fake vests, and those are emotional support dogs. Now, those dogs are not part of this law, and they cannot enter all the public spaces.
But there's a question of whether or not dogs should be allowed in restaurants at all. I can give you half dozen examples where people are dirtier and smellier than their dogs are.
Yeah.
No argument there. So what happens next?
The couple wants an apology. They want to get the word out, and we're going to help them. So I'm in front of the Fortune Cookie Chinese restaurant in Medford. I asked them about the incident that happened on Thursday. They told me that they weren't aware of the law and the rule. They're sorry, and they actually invited the Alcorns in for dinner. If you have any questions or comments on this story, tweet me at Chasing Rohan. You can always tweet the show at Chasing the News.